how is everyone doing? It seems like we are a little bit chill and quiet in the chat today, which is totally fine. I just wanted to come on here for a few minutes to say hi to all my lurkers here. It's fine if you guys don't want to say anything in the chat. It's okay. I totally get it. Hey, Carol, how are you? Um, I myself am feeling a little bit introspective this morning. Not sad, just kind of introspective. Um, and yeah, I did make myself a decaf coffee, so I do have that with me. I might forego finishing it right now. I might just save the rest of it for the end of the stream. Um, after I take one last sip. But yeah, so I'm here. I think what I need to do first while I get my flute together is just kind of reflect on how I'm feeling so that I have a good idea of what to expect of myself today. Which, if you guys don't also do this, I highly, highly recommend that you guys also kind of take stock of how you're feeling mentally, physically, so that you have a realistic expectation of how you're going to practice that day. So yeah, today I'm feeling very introspective in terms of like any new things that are happening to me. There's really nothing that new. Probably the newest thing that I am looking forward to. I really should have started this a really long time ago, but I finally found myself a therapist. So I will be starting therapy soon, and I'm hoping that this can help just continue to make me a better person, understand myself more, and ultimately, I think it'll be really good for me, for this channel, for, just life, So, yeah, I really should have done it much sooner, but I think I'm at a place now where I'm sort of like I have the bandwidth to reflect now, especially now that John is doing so much better. And, I think it's time that I work on myself. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that actually, weirdly enough. So, um, I'm not going to tell you guys like every little bit about me going in for therapy, but I think that it's good to put it out there that therapy is a good thing. And I think I always find it very comforting when I see content creators that I follow just very openly talking about going to therapy. So that's the only new thing. And so I'm actually pretty good to get started. Let's drink some water. In terms of like how okay I feel to do an intense practice session, I still don't think I'm there. But we still will go through the practice checklist. We just won't go as intensively as I was doing it last year. So, or at the very least, not as intensively as April. So, Zach the flutist, that's a super cute. You guys are so cute. We have Carol the oboist and we have Zach the flutist in the chat. That's so cute. Zach, welcome to the stream. So how much is a reasonable amount to practice every day in college? It really depends on how many courses you have, and how much free time you have. So something I was talking about yesterday was that you need to adjust how much you practice and your practice routine to the current season, the current phase of your life. And this includes the different semesters that you're in college. So in college, some semesters you'll have more classes, others you'll have fewer classes. So I wish I did this in college. So I'm basically telling you what I wish I did. in you will have semesters that are absolutely crazy. In those semesters, you will realistically, you're only going to have time to just practice the bits that you can't do. Everything else that you can, reliably play at about 80-85% performance capacity by sight reading, you have to just trust yourself and do it that way and only practice the things that you have time for. Now, in the semesters that you have more time, that's when I would highly suggest that you do some like more development type of practicing. So kind of like the practicing that I'm doing, where you kind of come back to, a similar thing, or you're working on a specific skill set. Maybe you're working on breathing or embouchure or, posture, something like that. So in the slower semesters, see if you can incorporate some developmental stuff. Sometimes that's not the case either, because even in your freer semesters, you might be preparing for a recital or something like that, competition, etc. So you're always kind of barreling towards the next thing that you have to do. So if you have your summers free, that the summer is really where I highly recommend it. And I actually have some college students who take lessons with me in the summer, or during winter break. In the summer and during winter break is when you can slow down a little bit and actually do some developmental practicing, which requires a lot of just kind of, it's a slower pace than how you practice in college. So, you're kind of coming back and practicing, like the same types of things for a while. You're working on, let's say, your embouchure for the entire summer, or you're working on breathing for the entire summer, or you're working on your posture for the entire summer, something like that. Much slower pace than how you practice when you're actively in school. So like I didn't do a whole lot of that, and I wish I did. Like I think that kind of realistically is what works in college. So sometimes you'll find like it really kind of depends on the day and it depends on the week when you're in college. That's why I can't give you an exact number of how long you should practice while you're in university. Because the reality is that sometimes you only have like half an hour a day for some weeks, and then other weeks you can spare 2 to 3 hours a day practicing. It really depends on like how many classes you have, what projects you're doing, what papers you're writing, what exams and quizzes and whatever you're studying for. It kind of varies all over the place, so you have to kind of play it by ear. Erdem, hello. Thank you, Erdem. I appreciate it. Yeah. Bandwidth is what I have been talking about for those of you guys who are just dropping in. Sometimes you just don't have the mental bandwidth to, to do things at the same intensity as you would like to, and you have to be okay with it. So, hey, Ryan, I'm great. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am actually doing great. So I'm just a little bit introspective today. Like I can kind of feel that I'm a little bit more introspective. I'm not as like, crazy, bounce off the walls, excitable, but I'm not sad, and I'm not depressed, and I'm not stressed actually. So just kind of, very introspective. But yeah, that's where we are. And actually, I think that's going to be a very good kind of headspace to get into practicing. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well too. Okay, we're going to get right into practicing. But Zach, I hope that gave you an answer, at least, of kind of a realistic answer of what practicing in college is like. The more that I talk about it, the more I hear other professionals agreeing with me that is actually the reality. Sometimes you can practice 3-4 hours, 2 to 4 hours. Sometimes you can. And then sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to even get away with like 15 minutes because you're at like a bajillion rehearsals that day, but you still have to study for an exam, or you still have to do a paper, whatever, so yeah. Carol, have you been also feeling very introspective? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's a good thing, because makes you more reflective, and being reflective is very good. That it did help. Okay, great. I'm glad, Zach. I always feel like I'm inviting stones to be thrown at me by other professionals when I answer like that, but it's the truth. At least it's the truth that I lived. And because I feel like the correct answer is, oh, you should practice 4 hours a day. That I feel like is the correct answer, but it's not the truth. And the more I talk about the truth with my fellow professionals, the more I hear, like, I have never had someone tell me I was wrong. Or at the very least, they didn't tell it to me to my face. You never know what people say when they're not, talking to you directly to your face, right? So anyway, let's get to practicing. We're going to start playing our harmonics after I put in my earplugs. So I do put in one earplug just because I do usually end up playing pretty loud. And so this is really just to protect my hearing. John, my husband, was actually very concerned for my hearing because he only really started to realize just how loud I play when he had to work from home every single day during the pandemic. And he was like, you need to protect your hearing. So at first I was wearing the very interestingly named Eargasm earplugs. I was wearing those for a while, and they worked out pretty great for a while until I heard about these, and the Loop Experience Plus to me has been way more comfortable. So plus they look really cute, so what's not to love? Okay, here we go. Not terrible. Not terrible. The highest harmonic I am feeling is a little bit resistant. I am actually wondering if part of it could be that, because it is June now, and usually I get my flute fixed in, like COA'd in like late October-ish, something like that. October-ish is usually when I take it in. During the summer is when I can really start to feel my flute starting to break down, and it's just from normal wear and tear. So, it is what it is. It's okay. So I'm not sure how much of that resistance is the flute and how much of that resistance is me not wanting to resonate it where it should be. So we'll see as this practice session progresses. We'll see what happens. So, but I do need to take out my music here. So I'm just going to do that really quickly because apparently that was the one thing that I did not prepare. So, okay, we are doing number 36 now, I believe, in the Moyse de la Sonorite. Yes, that's right. And these are, if you're dropping in for the first time, these are interval leap exercises, tone exercises. And you're leaping from one note to every other note in the range. So that one bass note today is a high B. A, C, E, G, B. There we go. Yeah, I was just counting the ledger lines there. Because no shame, I still do it if it's too many ledger lines and I need to count. So yeah, we are going to be jumping from high B to every other note. We're going to be doing 2 articulations. We will be tonguing everything. And then after that, we will slur from the high B to every other note in pairs of 2. So we have our work cut out for us. Let's see how things go. Also, I just realized I really want to have the chat kind of in a corner of my screen here. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. There we go. Excellent. Now I can see you guys. Perfect. It'll be easier to read. Okay. So let's go. All right, so we're having trouble actually in the bottom half of the high register. So I'm going to make my way down again. I'm thinking what probably happened is I probably relaxed my lip too much in anticipation for the larger leaps. So I think that's what happened. Hey, Victor, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Okay, we ironed that out a little bit better. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate it. All right. So, iron that out. I think, yeah, I was also moving where the note needs to resonate in the mouth way too far down, way too far forward. So, like I was just anticipating the larger leaps way too soon. So we'll keep that in mind for now, this second articulation, which is slurring in groups of 2 from the B to every other note. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the hardest part of that was slurring, like the actual finger slides. All right, I'm gonna try one in particular that bothered me, and then we'll keep going. Okay, I tried more than one, but definitely the slide is way easier now that I've plugged the right ring finger hole. So I think that was the right choice. Because my fingers are like thin enough and small enough that that slide is actually a huge motion for me. If you have larger hands than me, that motion, that slide is probably not going to be as big of a deal. But my hands are literally small, so you know, that's an issue there. Okay, we are now going to do some circular breathing. Let me move the highlight down for anyone dropping in so they know what I'm doing. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I'm getting a little better at doing it on my hand, but on the flute is going to be a different story. Okay, slightly better. I'm getting more used to the feeling of the simultaneous pushing air out and the inhale. So I'm just gonna let that be okay. Let's now do Moyse 480 exercises. We're now doing number 108. So again, for anyone who is jumping in for the first time, this particular thing is just a technical exercise. Looks like we are doing scale in perfect fourths, or fourths, that is, not perfect fourths, just fourths, on B major, full range. So here we go. It's I want to smooth at the top, so I'm going to do that. I think it's the same thing as the interval exercise. The slide between the trill keys and the main keys needs to be much faster because that movement is so big for my fingers. So let's try that again. That, and combined with the fact that that high B is placed quite higher in the mouth, like it resonates quite higher in the mouth than I currently am doing or want to do. So I have to juggle that motion along with the faster movement in my fingers. Okay, as long as we know what we can improve, then we're good to go. So we will continue. I know we're like barreling through these, but we will continue with the E-bar. So, oh, I should probably update what I'm going to do next time. So here I'm going to do articulations 3 and 4, and then let's see what we are doing in the 480 exercises here. So we are done with 108. Okay, which means now we are at 241. Let me just make sure. Okay, yes, 241 it is. Let's do it. So I will save that and then go to the checklist here. We are going to be doing 241. Oops. 241. There we go. Okay, so that is fixed up for next time, right? Yes, excellent. Okay, so now we're going to continue with the E-bar. Since I feel like I barreled through this pretty quickly, I think what I want to do I will do the compression exercises and then play once as written, and I'm just going to barrel through it as quickly as I can. And then if I have more time, I think I want to actually play through more. So more of the third movement, because I'm starting to feel very confident. So that's a good sign. So let's just going to swab out the flute really quickly because we just played a lot of stuff. All right, swab, 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 swab. All right. Okay. Here we go. Starting with cue 56. as much as I want to do that again, I'm just going to keep going just to preserve my energy. Up there, but okay, so I'll remember for next time I don't have to push quite as hard on that high C. Okay, keep going. I think what I really want to work on is making sure I don't overblow, because I'm noticing it right now that I'm like overdoing it, and there's only so much the flute can take anyway. So I'm going to try and kind of be more efficient with my air. See you later. Thank you so much for joining, Ryan. Okay, thinking of it with like thinking about the efficiency of my air, ooh, helps so much. I can last a lot longer, and I have a little bit more oxygen in my brain to think about everything. So we're good there. Okay, we keep going. Last section. Yeah, I think I've maybe even in the last few days I've been like overblowing, I think. So better. Okay, we keep going. Definitely still fighting a little bit of overblowing. So we're going to keep that in mind while we play this as written. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely still fighting the idea of like blowing too much air. Like my low notes were a lot better today than it was in the last couple of days. Because I'm not blowing so hard. So yeah, I'm definitely overblowing. I think it's like in the effort to like put in more effort, I'm like accidentally overblowing. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Okay, so we're doing very good on time. Like I have just blasted through my checklist. So this is ideal because I've been very curious about trying out the entire third movement in one shot and just seeing the current state of it. I know that I haven't practiced the first two parts of the of this third movement for a while now. I think it's basically since like for a few months now. So I am going to just try it and see what happens. Did I kill this again? No, I didn't. Okay. I was like, I swear I didn't. Like, I remember yeah, okay, it's working. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, you're so welcome, Michael. Enjoy bubble tea. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna do a run through of movement 3. There is one more thing that I have been realizing. I didn't realize how much my thumb slides to my left as I continue to play a piece. So I was kind of fiddling with that while practicing just now. So this is making me think that putting my little woodify twig where I want it to be should be a great like aid for me, because yeah, my thumb keeps sliding to the left. And it's the more my thumb slides to my left, the more my right pinky needs to counterbalance it, and then it locks and gets very heavy. So I think figuring that out is going to be key to maintaining my like relaxed state throughout the entire e-bear. So we're gonna try now playing through the third movement. All right, let's try this. Oh gosh. Allergies. Okay. Okay. That's the part I had to review. Definitely a little tired. I can feel, I think I need to go back into some weightlifting legitimately. I can feel like my arms are getting tired. So, okay. Yeah. And also, I think I am now ready to kind of I can move on from this, like how we're doing this right now. So, I now, I, I think what I would like to do is now drill the entire, E-bar third movement. So let's change what we're going to do here. So we are drilling all of movement 3. So drill all movement 3. I'm going to take out the compression exercises and see what happens. Like we'll just see what happens. And we'll take it from there. So drill all movement 3. How do we want to do this? Maybe what we do just to conserve energy is, let's put it here. Play, so 2 to 3 times, or 1 to 2 times, depending on each section, plus evaluate. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah. We'll see how that goes next week. I think that's where we want to go with that. Okay, very cool. So I just realized that this is way too out there. Cool. Hello, Elena. Thank you for the bless you for my coughing. Definitely am experiencing a bit of it's allergies. I get it every year, but thank you. That's so kind of you. Saxophone flutist, hello. Sounded very easy. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think what I need to focus on right now is breath efficiency. So I have to make sure that I don't like just blow all my air willy-nilly. That I think is going to be key to making it through the entire concerto. Because ideally, by the end of this year, I want to be able to get through this entire concerto in one go. And ideally, I do not even want to break a sweat. That's like, in terms of mastery of the flute, that's where I want to be, you know? So yeah, I think efficiency is where it's at right now. We need to get really good with the efficiency of the air. Maybe I might, I think I will take next week to evaluate more, if I really want to put the Woodify twig back on, just so that it will kind of keep my thumb where it needs to be without my thumb sliding all over the freaking place. So yeah, I want one more week of evaluation for that before I commit to that. Although it's not really committing because I could just like take it off. But that's what's currently in the mind right now. So okay. Let's just for fun do a little bit of Rapid as Wildfires. Just a little bit, but I am feeling a little bit tired. But you know, you gotta get the fun in there too, right? So, let's do this. Okay. All right. Which part do I want to do? I think I'm going to do the end again because that's another breath efficiency spot that's like kind of good to practice. So, so the good thing is I am feeling that kind of the feeling that I get after a good workout, that kind of like the Lucy kind of like, not sore, but you feel like your body worked, you know, it has that feeling. So I think we're in a good spot. Like there's no particular spot that like feels achy. So that is good. Okay, let's try the end here. I nearly didn't do the breath control thing, but it worked. Okay, cool. Simon, welcome to the stream. What's my favorite Genshin song? That's a really hard question. Um, that is really hard. It's got to be one of the Sumeru ones. Got to be. Um, let's end off the stream with one of them. I think you guys can tell I'm a little bit tired. I cracked that one, that high F sharp. It needs to resonate in a very specific spot. There it is. Welcome back, Michael. Okay. I can feel I am at my limit. So I'm not going to push it beyond that. I don't want to get to the point of fatigue. So we're good. And I turn this off. Oh, all right. Time to clean up and enjoy the rest of my coffee. Okay. That felt very good. I really have that like post-workout feeling right now, and it is the best feeling. So I think it's pretty obvious my physical endurance has gone down for since like March, April. Not exactly a surprise. I had a really rough May. And so like now I'm feeling like I'm finally getting back into my normal stride. So, life happens, guys. Life happens. And I think it's important to be understanding of yourself. Not simply forgiving of yourself, but really understanding, where you are in your life, and what can you reasonably put forth in your flute playing. Whoever's sending hearts, thank you so much. You don't have to out yourself in the chat, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, I feel really good. That felt fantastic. So after this, I am going to grab myself some lunch, have a relaxing lunch hour, and then I'm teaching for a few hours this afternoon. So things should be good. Sorry about that, guys. You guys probably heard that. Yeah, like, some things are in the works in the background, which I can't really talk about right now. So have to do that as well. But it seems like the adulting woes of May have passed. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself, but like it's looking very promising that I can go back to my nice, boring flute teacher, streamer, content creator life. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to just get back to the boring. Any of you guys who are adults probably understand what I mean. Life is great when it's boring. Yes, it's true that when life is crazy, you do get, like, those are the stories that you end up telling, that are the most, like, what's the word? Like, they're the most thrilling to tell. So whether you tell these stories to, like, your friends, your family, or me, to you guys, yeah, like, it makes for, like, thrilling content when I can tell you how much my life is falling apart. But I always look forward to the boring. And every time I reach a boring phase, boring chapter of my life, I'm always like, I must savor this now, because the boring phases are never forever. You will always have something pop up. You will always have something that will make your life an absolute mess, whether or not you have, personally invited it into your life or not. And I think I'm looking forward to exciting things that are good. I've had so many exciting things happen to me that are not that great in the last few years. But yeah, I'm glad that I can still be on here through all of that, and that you guys have just been following along. And like, I hope that these sessions and me talking about my real life can just be a source of comfort and a bit of a reality check, that, like, you can be a professional, but you are not exempt from the absolute craziness that life will throw at you. You know, like I think that like a lot of times, you know, especially when you're kind of like doing the type of stuff that I do, I think it's very easy to try and hide like how, like when your life decides to go up in flames. You know, I've been making the very hard choice to just be very open about it, but at the same time, I've noticed that it's really helped a lot of you. So I hope that my content can continue helping you guys. How often do I stream these live videos? Right now, I'm doing 3 times a week. And as Saxophone Flutist mentioned, I do post a schedule. So I post a schedule on Sunday morning, my Sunday morning, that is. I'm not sure what time zone you are. Yeah, so every Sunday morning, I post a schedule for that week. So if you go to my social media, you'll see it there. I try to post it everywhere so that anyone who follows me on various social media will see it. I also post it, I think, on the community posts here on my channel. So also, if you go to my website, JustAnotherFlutist.com/schedule, is that right? Let me actually just go to my own website. Yes. So, if you go here, Simon, right now you'll see that there's only today's stream on the schedule, but, usually on like Friday afternoon, Friday evening, you'll see what are the streams that are going to pop up the next week. And you can actually add them straight to your own Google Calendar and just have it show up on your Google Calendar if you use Google Calendar. BNA bound. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm ending the stream right now. But how are you? But yeah, so you can add like just whichever way works the best for you, whichever social media you follow of mine. I just try to post it everywhere that I am on so that you guys can see it. And then, you know, also you can hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button somewhere down here. All right. That should notify you of when I post a video and when I go live. And then if you see that I have scheduled the next stream, like a lot of times it might show up on your home feed or your subscriptions or something like that. Or if you just come to my channel, you can click notify me on like the thumbnail or on the or underneath the thumbnail, or you can go to the actual video itself and then click notify me on the actual video as well. So that way you'll get a notification somehow. But yeah, lots of different ways to stay notified. Generally speaking, so you guys know, I stream at either 11 a.m. Pacific time or I stream at 4 p.m. Pacific. This allows me to catch different people in different time zones. Right now, I cannot commit to an earlier live stream than 11 a.m. I just don't have the mental bandwidth to do that right now. I would like to in the future, though. I would like to kind of maybe like start at 10 a.m. or something, and then I can catch even more people in different time zones. So, but right now I can't do it. So this is what I can do. But yeah, here you go. Thank you, BNA. I really appreciate all of you guys who watch this after the fact. I know a bunch of you do. Because I regularly see the view count go up after I'm done streaming. So for anyone who is watching after the fact, please know you are so appreciated. Thank you so much for supporting and watching and just being here with me and with the community here. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you. You know, I'm doing this as much for me as for you guys. Just being completely real. Like this helps me so much. Hi, Rudolph. I thank you so much for your donation to the super thanks that you gave me in the last stream. I just saw it this morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so very much. Yeah, all of you guys' support does not go unnoticed. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, I'm just so lucky to know you guys. Thank you. But yeah, I need to excuse myself now. I'm so sorry, Rudolph. I need to go excuse myself now to get myself some lunch. I love you all so very much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. Oh, thanks, Michael. And take care of yourselves, excuse me, to the best of your ability, because there's no music without the musician. All right? Kind of take a, uh, be on this journey with me, gauging your mental bandwidth and your physical bandwidth. Make sure that you're not doing anything beyond your means. All right? So, love you all so very much. I will see you guys probably on Tuesday. I kind of like my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday schedule. So because this week was because this week was 11 a.m., 4 p.m., and 11 a.m., there is a high chance that next week will probably be something like 4 p.m., 11 a.m., 4 p.m. So my schedule kind of alternates every week. So that's the current plan. We'll see if that actually happens. I kind of like the Tuesday to Thursday streaming schedule. So anyway, I love you all so very much. And I will see you guys probably on Tuesday. All right, so look out for the schedule on Sunday, and by Friday afternoon, I should have the next stream scheduled. There we go. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.